Right, so when should you renew your passport when applying for permanent residency through the express entry stream to Canada? Based on my experience, my advice is you should have at least 6 months left on your passport for when the immigration agent processes it, not when you apply for PR, or ideally, have it renewed before you submit your passport into the express entry pool. So, I'll go into a bit more detail on what happened in my situation. I submitted my express entry profile with approximately 10 months left on my passport, and my profile was selected pretty quickly, after about 2 months. I therefore applied for PR with a passport that had about 8 months left on it before it was due to expire, and I delayed applying for a new passport as when I actually tracked my application in my immigration account, it indicated that the whole application would be processed a couple of months before my passport was actually due to expire. This assumption was a near fatal error, as you need a passport which is valid for travel when the application is actually processed by the agent so that they can issue your permanent residency visa to that passport. So what I should have done is update my passport before submitting my application into the express entry pool, or once my residency application had been submitted, and definitely before immigration sent me a request for a new passport. So why did I make that error? Why didn't I just update my passport when I had 6 months of time leading up to them actually requesting an up-to-date version? Well, it was for 2 reasons really. Firstly, I was actually getting my passport renewed from Australia as a British citizen, and at that time, this was in 2019, there was so much fear-mongering about the Brexit situation delaying renewals. So I thought that I might not get my passport back in time to actually apply if/when my profile is drawn from the express entry pool. Obviously this would have to be within the allocated 60 days from the initial invitation, or even within the 6 months processing time indicated in my immigration account once I'd actually applied. Secondly, I was actually travelling to New Zealand at the end of 2019 as well, and I didn't want to be without a passport. So in a nutshell, it was basically the media making me absolutely paranoid. So how my situation developed was I actually got a message in my immigration account that literally gave me 30 days to upload a new copy of a passport which would be valid for travel. 30 days to get a passport renewed from Australia as a British citizen is pretty tough, especially when you need to post the old passport back to the UK for the renewal. I contacted the passport office by phone and they said they couldn't do anything until my old passport had arrived. Funnily enough, I actually posted this out 3 days before I got the message, but they still indicated that it would take at least 5 to 6 weeks for me to actually receive my passport back. So I kept chasing, and a couple of calls later I ended up getting a really helpful agent. They escalated it and I was actually given an email where I explained my situation. The next few hours were a thing of beauty. I basically got email notifications of the entire passport application being approved, printed and posted literally within 2 hours, and it ended up arriving within 2 weeks. Once I got it, obviously I uploaded it straight away into my immigration account and I ended up getting my confirmation of permanent residency wrapped up within a month. I feel I was extremely lucky in that situation because I actually emailed Canada Immigration through the portal asking for extra time, and the response I got back was basically a boilerplate response, which it didn't overly stress me out at the time because I'd already got the passport back. But if I hadn't of, I think that would have been a really stressful situation. So my advice is, ideally renew your passport before submitting your profile into the express entry pool if you have less than, say, 12 months left before it expires, or renew your passport after you have actually applied for PR and upload the new version as the application is being processed. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments section below and remember to hit subscribe.